Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Joshua.
And I'm Madison.
And today we are going to be doing another virtual video since the shelter in place has been extended to April 30th. Anyways, today's video, we're going to be going over our favorites for the month of March. So we have 5 categories, and they are our favorite self-care item, our favorite book, our favorite at-home activity, tech item, and a disability spotlight throughout the month of March. And with that said, let's go ahead and start off. So Madison will talk about her favorite self-care item.
Alrighty. Thanks so much for taking it away, Jesh. I am looking like a reporter speaking from a microphone because the audio in the previous video really sucked. My first and only self-care item that I have here to show you is the Physicians Formula The Perfect Matcha 3-in-1 Melting Cleansing Balm. It's in this round cylindrical white container, and it has like shades of green and a picture of crumbled matcha on the lid. And this is such an awesome product. If you don't know what a cleansing balm is, it's like an oil-based balm that you put on your full face of makeup when you're ready to take it off. And I'll just rub this into my face, and it's just going to melt all of the makeup on my face. It's just a really cool, fun, and also really efficient and relaxing way to remove your makeup, because you get that tactile experience of making sure that you get every single nook and cranny in your face. It feels like Vaseline, but not as heavy. Imagine just putting Vaseline all over your face, but it's not as thick and it feels more oily. I'll just put this over a full face of makeup, rub it all off, and then after the balm, I'll follow it up with a cleanser, because after you take off your makeup, that's the first step of cleansing. Second step of cleansing is actually cleansing the skin. So I love this stuff. It makes sure that my face is squeaky clean, and I will swear by it.
Mine is this daily moisturizing lotion by CeraVe. It is in a like square white bottle with like a blue labeling, and it has a pump. I feel like I have mixed skin, so it'll be sometimes super dry or super oily, but I feel like this helps balance that out. I've used other lotions. This one, I like this because it's really light. Definitely helps out with dry skin. I'll get some occasionally like on my neck, but this daily moisturizing lotion helps take it away, and it doesn't leave my face too oily or dry. So I usually use this, after I wash my face. I'll throw this on, even on my arms, and I'll even throw some on at night. The second category that we're going to be talking about is our favorite books, or our book recommendations for the month of March. These are books that we've either finished reading or have started during the past month. First off, to read my books, I usually use an app called Bard Mobile. It's from the National Talking Book Library. So they have a lot of audiobooks, a lot of braille books, audio magazines. They're constantly adding new titles and new authors. So it's a great resource for anyone who's blind or visually impaired, if you're not aware of it already. I've actually flew through the Harry Potter series. I don't know why, just something that popped into my head one day, and I decided to read them. So I finished the series in about 2.5 weeks. My favorite book out of this series, I'd say, is probably the 6th one, Harry Potter, The Half-Blood Prince. I like it because it gives you a little bit more of a backstory of some people, dives a little bit deeper into why they are doing the things they are doing throughout the series, why the villains are acting their certain way, and why Dumbledore, the good guy, is there. So that's my book for the month of March.
I haven't been reading as much as Jesh has, so good for you. Yeah, honestly, I've been searching for a good book for a while, and I finally found one that's actually pretty riveting. I happened to just start it today. I have the OverDrive app, which is the app that public libraries use to check out ebooks and audiobooks, and I've loved it so much in finding good audiobooks to pleasure read with. And so I've just been hopping around from book to book trying to find one that really suits me, and I finally found it. Is called Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. So the book is about a neighborhood, this upstate neighborhood. It's this picture perfect type of place, and it's primarily overseen by this rich family. Things start to go awry when someone new moves into the neighborhood, and it just changes the whole dynamic of everyone who lives there. So I'm only in the first part of the book, and I am liking it so far. I'm just gonna keep reading that, and I'll let you know how it goes by the end of the month.
You better finish it.
I will finish it. I have a bad habit of not finishing books. There are a ton of books in my bookshelf that I've started but not finished, and one of my goals during this quarantine is to finish those books.
Depending on your library, there's a couple other options for apps. I know some libraries will use something called Hopper. Other libraries will use an app called Libby. Essentially the same thing as OverDrive, and it works the same as you're checking it out in the library. You know, you have a certain amount of time that you have access to it, and unless you renew it, then it goes to the next person who's on the waiting list for that book.
In terms of accessibility, though, I don't know how accessible it is to screen readers. Do you?
I don't remember if I tried Libby or OverDrive. It was a little finicky when I tried it, but I also didn't really try at it too much, just because I think it was finicky, and I realized that I already had the Bard app, so I just looked up what I wanted to read on there. But I definitely want to try out OverDrive because some of the titles I do want to read, I haven't found it on the Bard app.
Yeah, OverDrive is a really fun app. I've been loving it ever since I discovered it last year, and have been using it to get audiobooks for free because I don't want to pay for the Audible subscription just yet. So this is a good alternative.
The third category is, since we have the shelter in place, can't really go anywhere or be in big crowds, we thought we'd talk about our favorite at-home activity. So Madison, why don't you go ahead and start it off?
I am actually having a blast being at home. At first I was dreading it because just working at home I'm not really liking as much, but I'm so glad that it's giving me the chance to spend time with my family, because I have been living here for maybe about 9 months now after finishing college, and it's just so nice to spend time with them. Today my sisters and I longboarded around the neighborhood. I love walking my dog, but especially with my two sisters, it's so much fun. And just eating dinner with the family, spending time with family, that's my stay-at-home activity that I'm loving a lot right now. We'll see how that goes in April.
So my activity for the month of March, so one of them is I do like working out, but I haven't been doing it as often as I would like or should be doing it, because it's been stopped by me cleaning my room. I'm cleaning it out, finally getting rid of a bunch of old documents I don't need, reorganizing my space, how I want things displayed. So just really decluttering, reorganizing, re-cleaning my room. I feel like it's a nice way to get a fresh start for the month of April.
And it really does make a difference when you have a clean room too. I'm filming in my room, and my sisters helped me clean it and make it more mine, and it feels more like home. I love it.
I think it's also helpful for people who are blind or visually impaired. Of course, some people's organizational styles are different. Some people have everything organized, to the T, really nice and neat, and some people have more of a chaotic organizational style. But I think just as long as you're feeling absolutely comfortable in your space, you could feel relaxed when you're in your room, you know where everything is if you need it. I think that's what's good, what's important. So our fourth category for our favorites of March is our favorite tech item. Now this one's important for me and Madison because we rely on different types of tech, whether it's low tech like our canes or some type of high tech to assist us with performing a task. But we thought we'd highlight a piece of technology that helps us throughout our day, something that was pretty prominent that we use on a daily basis. For me, my favorite tech item is actually here next to me, and it is the Chromebook I use for work. I like it. It's super lightweight. What's cool about it is it could flip backwards, so then you can use it as a tablet, and that's how light it is. It just feels like two tablets stuck together. The reason I like it is because I feel like the screen reader feature called Chromebook works really well with the Google platform since Chromebook, is pretty much the Google platform in a laptop version. So it works well with accessing Google Docs, Google Sheets, Gmail, YouTube, things that I had a little bit of trouble with before I figured out the little tricks you have to do to access the G Suite platform. The Chromebook definitely was a lifesaver, especially since for work we use a lot of Google Sheets and use a lot of Google Docs to share our documents with each other. So yeah, the Chromebook, definitely my tech item of choice for this month.
For my tech favorite, I wanted to showcase my TV. It's an interesting piece of tech. I feel like TV or technology in general has gotten so much more advanced over the years, and so it's really awesome to see things becoming more and more accessible. For my TV, it's a Vizio brand, and I don't know the model number or anything like that, but I'll let you know in the description down below. It's cool because it has a smart cast and AirPlay feature, but what I like about it most is its voiceover feature. I just love how I'm able to control my remote from my bed to help me navigate the TV a lot easier, because before there was voiceover installed on TVs, I would have to go up to the screen and look really closely at the screen to read whatever was there and then use the remote. And I thought that only Apple products had voiceover on their system, like an Apple TV, but it's nice to see other companies besides Apple branch out into that accessibility feature too.
So for our final category, it is going to be a disability spotlight. So for this category, we wanted to feature somebody who is either in the disability community or somebody who is impacting the disability community. So for this month, we wanted to highlight a gentleman named Sam. He runs a YouTube channel called The Blind Life. And if you're not familiar with his stuff, then we'll put a link in the description. I definitely think he's a great resource, someone to check out. I think, if you have any questions about any type of blind tech, he does a lot of tech reviews of different products for people who are blind or visually impaired, from, phones to different computer softwares to wearable technology. He does really great work in doing his research about the product, about the company. He doesn't, beat around the bush. He just goes straight into it, gives you the information you need, very descriptive. He's actually given us some feedback on our channel, so we thank him for that. So yeah, Sam from The Blind Life, definitely someone who's doing great work out there for the disability community. So yeah, if you guys want to leave in the comment section below your favorite for the different categories we talked about, your favorite book, your favorite self-care item, your favorite at-home activity, tech item, whether or not it is blind related, just something you use in your daily life, favorite person you want to highlight for the month, whether or not they're in the disability community, just somebody who's making a positive change in the community. Maybe it'll give you a reason to do a little bit more research on the disability community, shed a little light if you are not aware of the different things that go on.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Be safe, be healthy, take care.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes. All right, guys, take care.
If you would like to watch our other videos about understanding blindness, or you would like to support our 2020 Holman Prize video entry, please check the links listed in the description box below. See you in the next one.